Okay, so a few years ago, my family and I went on vacation to Singapore. And I went up to this really cute guy to start a conversation. Very brave of me. Now, all was well and good until he asked me a very simple question. Where are you from? In that moment, I was genuinely stumped. I had never realized that I wasn't able to answer a question so simple. Obviously, I didn't say I don't know, but instead I responded with, I have lived in and currently live in China, and by blood, I'm from India. Now, he didn't seem to think twice about this, but now I had come to the realization that I don't know where I'm from. I don't know where I belong. Obviously, he didn't care, but I was upset, and I was annoyed. This is such a simple question. Why am I having such a hard time answering it? More than annoyed, I think I was scared. You see, to many, belonging is the sense of fitting in. You are an important member of a group. You are someone other than yourself. I am not alone in this world. I belong to this group of people. I am from this country. But I was alone now. Where did I belong? Where was I from? I was scared. Now, when I thought of this, I took a lot of time to think of this question. The thing is, how had I gone on so long without being able to answer this question, you know? Our self-identity, our social identity is a sense of fitting in. It's where we belong in a society. And it is a root of our self-esteem and our pride. So now where do I get my pride from? You know, I can't be nationalist. Do I belong here? Do I belong there? How had I gone on so long without knowing the answer to such a simple question? You see, as a kid, I thought I belonged to both India and China. Then I came to the realization that I belonged to neither. Not fair. See, I thought that, because I had lived here my whole life, I was Chinese enough, and I spoke really good Chinese too, I'm always impressing people on the streets. But that's not enough. That doesn't count, I don't think, anymore. And my family and I, we go to India once a year at least, and it's always so much fun, We stay at my grandma's house, the entire extended family is all together. So much fun, so much laughter, everyone. But when my cousins talk about the latest Bollywood reference that I can't understand, or when I'm made fun of for pronouncing something wrong in Hindi, I also know that I don't belong there. Now, when I go home to my family in China, my mom and dad do their best to make sure that me and Sammy, my little sister, are always in touch with our Indian heritage. We celebrate all of the cultural holidays, and we also try and pass on as many familial traditions as we can. But when you talk about that roadside samosa you had with your friends or that song you heard on the radio, I can't identify with that kind of stuff, so it's not fair for me to say that this is where I'm from. I really like debating. I love to talk. And I can hold my end in a debate about anyone. Hitler, Stalin, Mao. You name it, I got it. But when you talk about Indian politics, I don't know so much. I don't know so much that it's embarrassing, and it's not fair for me to say that this is where I'm from. This is where I belong. So I present my dilemma to my parents, and I go, where am I from? Now, their simple answer, I'm Indian, so you're Indian. It wasn't a lot of help. So I call up my aunt. My aunt was in a similar situation like me growing up, because by blood, she is Indian, but she was born and brought up in the US. We talked for a little while, and her great advice, cheesy as it is, home is where the heart is. I know, super cheesy, but you know what? I laughed in that moment when she told me, but I think I agree now. I don't need to pick one place that I belong to. I don't have to belong to India. I don't have to belong to China. I belong to my friends. I belong to my family. These are the people that I belong to, and that's what matters. In this world of chaos, in 1 year, I'll be moving. I'll be going to university, and then after that, I'll be going somewhere else. I hope to travel the world. I don't know if I'll come home to China or if I'll come home to India, but I know that I'll come home to my family, and that's what's important. So when you get lost in all the chaos in the world and when life keeps changing, remember that you belong to someone. Remember that you have someone to come home to, because that's what it is important. And like Elvis Presley said, my home is with my loved ones. So that's all you have to remember. Thank you for listening.